Are you ready?
I'm ready.
We're already unserious.
Okay.
That's awesome. John Peckman podcast. Connecticut Valley School of Music and Dance, beautiful downtown Portland, Connecticut. Come over the bridge, go through one satellite, start looking left. Like and subscribe on YouTube. Alert, tell all your friends. If you're a friend of mine or even not, and you want to be on here, feel free, just reach out. Listen, Dave will tell you how to have your very own podcast here in our studio. And we are here today with a new friend to me. Dave, she's been here before, interviewed by Dave. Anne-Marie Cannata McEwen.
Thank you.
I got it.
Thank you. Yes, you did.
Awesome. Okay.
You rock, John.
Hey, nobody can read words like me. So you were here once when I was not here, and so Dave probably filled in a lot of the important, relevant facts. I guess,
maybe, I don't know, but
well, you were there.
I was there, but that was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
I can't even remember.
So tell us what you do that brought you here into this room. Yeah.
That I can remember what I do at least now. So I have been running the Buttonwood Tree as executive director for about 14 and a half years.
Wow.
I started volunteering for various organizations, and I volunteered for the Buttonwood Tree, was on the board for a little while, and then they said, hey, we're going to shut it down. And I was like, no, I don't think you should shut it down. And
oh boy,
we had 6 people on the board. 3 wanted to close it and 3 wanted to keep it going. And I was the only one that was available. So I said, well, I don't really know what I'm doing, but I don't want it to close. So
yeah, I don't blame you.
I will do my best to keep it open. And that's all I've been doing. And it's not really, it's open, but,
yeah. Well, tell us what it is for those of us who maybe don't know.
Sure.
In Middletown.
So the Buttonwood Tree is a nonprofit performing arts center.
Okay.
We run a used bookstore.
Oh, nice.
People donate books to us. Some pretty good books, actually.
I got to get over there.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not a big bookstore, but
That's fine.
But it's small. But we have some pretty good books.
Oh yeah.
So we run a bookstore. We run an art gallery space.
Mm-hmm.
We run a performance space.
Okay.
Which we also rent out.
Okay.
So people can do parties or whatever.
Right.
And we have different programs throughout the week. We have 3 different open mics.
Oh.
We have a drum circle, which is happening right now.
Oh, boy. Is that what I hear? You can hear it. Huh?
Can you hear it from over the bridge? Yeah.
Maybe.
And we do personal development workshops like Align with Source every Saturday on Zoom.
Oh, wow.
A woman from India has been teaching this class for a long time, and I've learned a lot.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
It's very cool.
That's probably something they didn't do 14 years ago.
They did not.
You know what I mean?
They did not.
So you're getting some new things going.
We're also doing Reiki classes and Reiki shares.
Wow.
And we do laughter yoga.
Wow. What's that?
That's something that I'm actually very interested in and actually am promoting and will be leading it.
Oh, wow.
So laughter yoga is not what you think. Because when you think yoga, you think, standing tree, and you think warrior pose and all these poses, right? But it's not about the poses. It's about breathing.
Okay.
You see, what's the difference between you and me and a dead body?
But I don't know how to answer that.
I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
We're both doing it right now. Even Dave's doing it too. But we're doing it, but a dead body's not doing it.
Oh, breathing.
Breathing.
Yeah.
Right. Sometimes the answer's so simple. It's what?
Sure.
But breathing. And we take it for granted. And how many of us do exercises for breathing? That's what yoga is more about. It's about the intention of breathing and exercising our lungs and connecting mind, body, and soul together so that you're intentionally breathing and exercising your lungs. And laughter is actually, I think it's a gift that we all do from the time we're born. We all laugh, right?
Sure.
And it doesn't cost anything, and it has extremely good benefits to the body. It's extremely healthy for the body to laugh.
Gotcha.
So laughter yoga was created in 1995 by Dr. Kataria, who's a physician in India.
Wow.
And he wanted to prove, is laughter really the best medicine? So he got people together.
Interesting.
And they started telling jokes to each other and laughing. But then people started getting insulted by the jokes. So
Oh,
they
boy.
said, we better not do that.
Oh, boy.
Don't do that anymore. So he just started coming up with little exercises.
Too bad. I could have gotten involved at that stage. No problem.
Probably, yes. So now in laughter yoga classes, we stretch, we move, and we move the body, and we do little exercises like laughter greeting, or we say our name and do a gesture, and we just laugh just for the health of laughing. And, laughter is contagious. So even if you can force yourself to laugh a little bit,
Yeah.
then it comes easier and easier.
Yeah.
But the trick is,
You don't need a sense of humor because you're not laughing at anything direct.
you don't need a sense of humor, but you know what you have to do?
What?
This is the tricky part. You have to leave your ego at the door.
Right.
You cannot bring ego into it, because if you're very self-conscious about how you're
Oh, I see.
laughing,
Yeah, sure.
it just doesn't work.
Yeah, I got you.
You just have to let go and just laugh and just be silly and allow yourself to play. And then it becomes a really good breathing exercise. And so
That's interesting.
that's one of the things we do at the Buttonwood Tree. And I actually, my husband and I, my husband's a Qigong leader.
Wow.
And he and I went to speak to the directors of senior daycare centers.
Oh, there you go.
Because they're interested in bringing laughter yoga there.
Wow. Okay.
So I hope that takes off, because
Yeah.
laughter is such a great healing tool. It's great
Sure.
exercise.
Sure.
And it's free and everybody can do it. And yet we as humans, we have this stigma about it that you can only laugh when something's funny. And
Right.
why do we do that? You can
Yeah.
laugh anytime. It's okay to laugh.
Sure.
It really is.
Wow.
So I encourage you to laugh more, and just for the health of it. And if somebody cuts you off in traffic, instead of, getting angry or yelling, just try laughing. It's not so easy to do, really.
I'll try that. I could have tried that on the way here.
Not so easy to do sometimes.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But it's
Yeah, I could get into that. Could be.
well, maybe you should come to laughter yoga class sometime on a Monday.
I can't leave my ego. I can't do it. Can't do it. That would be a problem. That would be the problem. No.
Okay.
No, that sounds interesting. I could get into that. And so the health benefits of breathing. So it's basically a way to trigger breathing in a beneficial way.
Well,
Right?
yes. Well,
In a
specifically
way?
laughter. Like laughter
okay.
reduces pain.
Okay.
Like if you laugh heartily, it blocks pain receptors.
Mm.
And it lowers your cholesterol, and it
Oh, wow.
increases blood circulation.
Okay.
And you can lose weight if you do it enough.
Wow.
And it helps strengthen your lungs. And the benefits are just crazy numerous. They're still doing studies on how beneficial laughter is for the body.
What if you forget how to laugh appropriately, though? What if you lose your sense of humor during this because you laugh at everything? Sorry, that's a stupid
That's a good
question.
question. Well, no,
Not
that's
really.
a good. I never thought about that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think that happens. I don't think you can lose your sense of humor, because your sense of humor is just, isn't it so innate?
I
Your
think
sense
so.
of humor.
I don't have one, so I don't know.
Yes,
I've
you
heard
do. Yes, you do.
I've heard about senses of humor, but I've never.
You do. You have a good sense of humor. Yes, you do. I think we all have a sense of humor. Some is just more developed than others. And some are a little bit more weird than others. Some people have a weird sense of humor. They think some really off the wall things are funny. So.
That would be me. Yeah.
You'll have to come to a laughter yoga class. We do it online and in person on Mondays. Right now it's Mondays at 5:15.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, right over the bridge.
That's interesting.
You could come.
You never know.
You never know.
Do people walk by and wonder what's going on, or you don't care?
They
That's the
do.
thing. But
We
you don't
don't
care.
We don't
Right,
care.
Right, you
and
can't.
They do. They do wonder. They look at us kind of funny because we're just laughing, and they're like, "Why are those people laughing?" It's okay though.
Yeah.
We don't care.
No. Why should you?
Nope.
You're getting the last laugh. I guess.
So that's one of the things that we do at the Buttonwood Tree.
Wow.
And every single weekend, well, not so much at Christmas time. I'm going to take 2 weeks off Christmas time, just because it's the holidays and it gets so busy. But generally speaking, every single weekend, Friday and Saturday nights, we have either concerts or a comedy show or storytelling nights. We do moth-style storytelling.
What's that?
Moth-style storytelling?
I don't know what that is.
So you know what telling a story is.
Sure.
And the moth style specifically is Number one, it's told in the first person.
Okay.
So it's a real story about your own life.
Okay.
And it's about 8 to 10 minutes, and you don't use any notes.
Okay.
And it usually has some kind of a point to it, like some meaning behind it. You know, we're not just talking about, I was painting the walls and just blah, blah, blah.
Sure.
You know, usually there's a message behind
Hopefully.
it somewhere. Hopefully. Yeah, hopefully. So that's a fun thing to do. Wow. Sometimes I tell stories. That's about my only contribution, sort of.
Did you, is it busier than it was? Did you created a lot of would you say overall, that I'm sure obviously nothing is where we imagine or hope that it would ever be, you know, because we're always trying to.
Right.
But you have more things going on than of days of old of the Buttonwood Tree?
Yes.
Would you say?
Well, yes.
So you're doing
it. Yes.
You're doing it.
I'm bringing in more programs than, I mean, when it was originally created back in 1989, they had a lot of programs. They did yoga. They did various programs.
So that was the idea.
I don't think they did it 5 nights a week.
Okay.
But we have programs now 5 nights a week. We have 3 open mics.
Wow.
You know, so I think now it's busier than it has been in the past.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and
so you're always thinking, you're always trying to.
I'm always thinking there's so many programs I want to do.
Yeah.
But you need a facilitator for each program.
Right.
And I can't facilitate every program. I can facilitate laughter yoga. That's about the only one I can facilitate.
Yeah. Wow.
And I started a little thing called Moments of Gratitude.
Okay.
But that's just like a 10-minute segment that we now put in the middle of open mic.
Oh, okay.
So in the middle of open mic on Monday nights around 8 o'clock, we'll stop and we'll just do Moments of Gratitude where people can come up and talk about what they're grateful for.
Wow.
That's kind of cool.
Do you have a lot of people in the community that come? Do some people do multiple things, or are they, you know, some people just come for the open mic and don't come for or do you have like people that are just like, I'm down, I'm here for whatever? Or both, probably both.
There are some people who come to multiple genres of programming.
Yeah.
But primarily people come to specifically what they like. There are some people who come only to storytelling.
Yeah.
Some people who come only for the open mics.
Well, that's kind of good though, because you're reaching a lot more people generally.
Right.
You know,
no, absolutely. And even in our concerts, we do folk music.
Yep.
So people come who like folk music, and then we do jazz music. So people who like jazz come, and then we do bluegrass, and we do singer-songwriter series. So we do a lot of different things.
All sounds good to me.
Kind of like Baskin & Robbins, 32 flavors. We got, you know, lots of different variety of things going on.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
What you feel like well, probably never, because that's the whole spirit of the thing. Like, are you at cruising altitude, or you're just still going for it, trying to figure out?
I am not cruising.
Oh, really?
There's so many things I want to do.
Yeah.
And so many things that need to be developed, because I'm a registered dental hygienist.
Okay.
I ran a food cart. I'm doing this
at the same time.
No, right. Have a sandwich. Let me clean your teeth.
Yeah.
I'm only doing this because I wanted to see the Buttonwood Tree stay open, and I'm here to help other people be their best.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to provide a platform for creative people to come in and do their thing.
Did I miss this? Were you a patron back in the day?
A few times, but I was raising my kids back then a lot, so I didn't go out. It's.
And you just said so you became more aware of it at a certain point, and then when you heard that it was in trouble, you were like.
I saw an ad in the newspaper that said they were looking for grant writers, like help on the grant writing team, and I had just taken a class on grant writing.
Oh, okay.
So I said, well, I'll go help them write grants.
And then you kind of were like, hey, this place is cool.
I got sucked in. Yeah. But see, the thing is, I'm not a great fundraiser. I'm not a great arts administrator. There's lots of things that I'm not good at that this organization needs.
Okay.
And so right now we're starting to really develop the board to get people on the board who are professionals in different areas and marketing and this and that and the other thing, right? Mm-hmm. So that they can help the Buttonwood Tree grow.
Right.
Even though we're 33 years old, I feel like we're still in kindergarten in some ways.
Yeah, right.
Because there's so much.
Is there in that, is there anything else like this that you is an inspiration, or that you emulate, or because I don't know what you would call this, a community arts center.
Right. It's exactly.
Is there like a one that you're like, man, I want to be like them?
Well,
or you just be the best thing that you can be? Is there a thing?
Yeah.
Is there like
there's lots of little things that I try to emulate. There's lots of other organizations who do some of what we do.
Okay.
But there's nobody that I know who does everything that we
Gotcha.
do. Because they're smarter. We're doing too much. When I ran my hot dog cart, I had like 27 items on it.
Oh yeah.
It was too hard to run.
Yeah, you ever watch Kitchen Nightmares? You ever watch that with
Kitchen Nightmares?
Gordon Ramsay?
Oh,
he'll go into a restaurant like that and rehab the restaurant, and a lot of times that's her thing. He's like, you have too many things on the menu.
Exactly.
You need to kill, anyway.
Exactly. But so I'm hoping that's not the problem for the Buttonwood Tree. I'm hoping that, I'd love to see more programs come. I'd like to see more, we're trying to develop a hip hop program right now, because we used to do hip hop and break dancing and all that stuff, and kids still do that. So I want to see younger kids come in and do their own thing.
Why not?
I want the community to understand that this is a space for the community.
Yeah.
So if they have an idea, and that's generally how our programs have been developed, is somebody comes to me and says, "Hey,
how about
I want to do this program?"
Yeah.
And I look at it and go, "Yeah, okay, let's do it."
Wow.
So,
hey, that's cool.
Yeah. So there are a lot of great organizations around, but none that I know of that go from being a community center where we're doing a drum circle to where we're presenting on a Friday or Saturday night world-class musicians.
Wow.
World-class.
Okay.
Saturday night, world-class musicians.
All right. Well, you want to talk about that before we forget? Let's get that.
Sure,
let's get that in.
Sure. So I brought in a poster of Sissy Castro Giovanni because she is, can you see that?
Yep. That's good. Yep. I'm looking at it. Looks good. Yeah.
She's more fun to look at than me. There we go.
Sure.
She's an Italian jazz singer from Sicily.
Wow.
And she's coming to sing in Sicilian.
Whoa.
And she does also in English, backed up by her jazz band. And she is phenomenal. And she's been all over the world performing music. And
where did you hear? How did you find her?
The crazy thing? They find us.
Oh, really?
We get solicited by amazing people from all around the world, and sometimes they're too big an act and we can't support them. We can't.
Sure.
Our venue's very small. Right now we're only seating like 30-35 people.
That's wow. Yeah, sure.
So I've had to say no to a lot of people.
Yeah.
But they find us because the Buttonwood Tree has a really great reputation for being a great listening room. Musicians love it because it has great acoustics and attentive audiences. Our audiences are, they're not
that's so key.
Drinking and eating dinner.
Right.
They're focused on the music.
That's the dream. That's all any performer wants.
Right. So.
What about a bigger venue?
Well, we've thought about that, and we do concerts sometimes in bigger venues.
Okay.
But
so you're able. It can happen.
We can. Yeah, we can.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yes.
It's got to be right.
A lot of work, and sometimes it's not worth the money.
Gotcha.
It takes a lot of sponsorships. We're looking for more sponsors.
Hey.
Who's not, right?
Yeah, well, yeah.
But it's a great organization, and I would love to see more sponsors, more businesses come on and say, hey, we want to support you. So maybe we'll just support this jazz, 4 jazz concerts or something.
Sure.
I don't know.
Do you feel, I guess, I don't know, answered, I guess cautiously, I don't know. Do you feel supported by the town? Everybody's happy that you're there? Generally, you feel? Yeah?
Generally.
It's a good vibe?
It is a good it is a good vibe. I think the city itself could do more to support us.
Okay.
They have been supporting us for many years, but I think that considering all that we do for the community and how regular we are and how we're located right next door to the soup kitchen, which kind of is a problem because some people don't like to go there.
Sure.
So we face that problem, but we're trying to bring light to the North End and bring activity and positive energy there. And so
most people get that.
We need more support from the city, but the people pretty much, I have not heard anybody talk negatively about the Buttonwood Tree except for the people hanging out front.
Yeah,
who
right.
are really not bad people. I know most of them, and they're really nice people, but they're just hanging out there all the time.
Sure.
And,
Sure.
you know.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. But you want to be in the community.
Right.
That's the thing.
Yep.
Huh. Well, that's cool. So, do you want to talk more about her and what's going on?
Sure. So Sissy Castro Giovanni is coming this coming Saturday night, October 22nd.
Okay.
The show is from 8 o'clock till 10 o'clock. Tickets are $25, and you can go on our website to buy the tickets, or you can call us and put your name on the reservation list. Our website is buttonwood.org, buttonwood.org.
Okay.
Our email is thebuttonwoodtree@gmail.com, or you can call us at 860-347-4957.
Okay.
And that's how you can make a ticket. We do suggest you make a reservation because, like I said, we only have like 35 seats.
Yeah, right.
So
sure.
we also have, in the bookstore, we have a television that you can see the stage on. So
Gotcha.
it's kind of like, a little extra seating out there.
That's cool.
And there's some tables, so if you want to sit, sometimes people bring their kids and
Sure.
play games or something, play a game of chess.
Yep. Are there any, is there any food or drink or anything like that there?
We do
Actually
have
got a little something
we
going
do have snacks.
Yeah, yeah.
We encourage people to go out to the restaurant
Sure.
before a show.
Yep. Good
Or
idea.
after a show. Celtic
idea.
Tavern's Kitchen is open till 1 o'clock in the morning.
Hey,
Sicily serves food late at night.
there you go.
So we encourage people to go out.
I
but
wonder
we
what
have
she would think
snacks.
of. You should get her to go there and see what
To
she
go to
thinks.
Sicily,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get the
we should-
scoop.
We should do that.
Yeah.
We should do that.
If
I was
she
just
gives it a
thinking
bad
last
review, we
night.
won't say anything. But you know what I mean? But
I don't think so. Sicily's a nice restaurant.
bet.
It's
Yeah.
fabulous food and beautiful decor. They did a really nice job with that restaurant.
Wonder if she would be impressed. Find out.
I bet she would be.
You think?
Yeah, she's pretty. Actually, she's pretty down to earth and pretty cool person.
Cool.
So, I think she would like it. But she's just dynamic on stage.
Wow.
Dynamic and so personable, and her voice is lovely. She has such a wide range of octaves, and
So it's jazz
that's
sung in
jazz.
Sicilian.
Mhm.
Is there a Sicilian jazz tradition I'm not aware of, or is she
I don't
singing?
know.
Is she singing American jazz standards in Italian? We don't know. We got to
Well,
find
she
out.
writes a lot of her own music.
Oh, okay.
So,
Interesting.
but she
Okay.
does do. She probably will throw in, a couple of standards that people might know,
Yeah, yeah.
recognize. But mostly she does originals. In fact,
Okay.
Buttonwood is known for presenting original
I
music.
see. Okay. All right.
So
I
I've
gotcha.
thought about doing like 70s night or 80s night and doing like a covers night.
You're not that desperate yet.
Haven't
You
done
don't
it
need
yet.
it yet.
Right. So
Yeah, that's cool.
So she's just lovely, yes. And then on Friday night we have a trio coming in called Dust Devil Hearts.
Yeah, that's tomorrow.
Yeah, so that's folk. They're gonna do folk stuff.
Cool. That's cool. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let's look at some of this. So, John Prine tribute. Cool. That's cool. All right, let's see. Yeah, you got your open mic. Oh, okay. Terry and Rob. I know them. I know Rob.
Yeah, Rob DeSorbo.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Very helpful.
Got to get him on here. I asked him a long time ago. I got to ask him again. That reminds me.
Yeah. there you
Yeah,
go.
Terry and Rob are cool.
They've been leading the open mic for many years now.
Yeah,
They've been
yeah.
on the first and the third weeks.
Oh, good.
Yeah, they're terrific.
Yeah, I don't know Bob Gatta. I don't know who that is.
Bob Gatta runs he's running his open mic right now. He runs the longest continually running open mic in the state of Connecticut.
Okay, well, we got to get him up in here. Okay. tell him we're looking for him.
He's a great guy and a fabulous musician and just really super nice guy. Very, very supportive of the Buttonwood Tree. And he's been doing it at the Buttonwood Tree for like over 20 years.
Oh, good. Yeah, we should
Yeah.
we'll get,
Yeah, I'll talk to him.
yeah. All right, let's,
Or I'll give you his number.
Dust Devil Heart, who are they? Do I know them? Maybe I do. Do I know who they are?
They're local, so you might.
Yeah.
You might know them.
Yeah, I know Washboard Slim.
Yeah, he's a fun guy. They're coming in later this month.
Cool.
They're coming in on the 29th. And then we got a blues show on the 28th. This guy's from the UK.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and he's an award-winning blues artist from the UK. So
Hey, that's cool.
that's going to be a fabulous show.
International. We got a little international scenario going on
Absolutely. Absolutely. And then we're doing a really cool book reading and poetry reading and everything on the 30th. We have a very cool artist for the month of October.
Oh, cool.
And he's going to do a book reading and then present his band, which is Funk Physics, and then be available for the art reception. We'll have, food out and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But getting back to your question, we do serve coffee and tea and soft drinks and beer and wine, hard cider by donation.
Hey.
Yeah.
Right.
So a little bit. We're not a bar. We're not not crazy like that. But but we do have a little bit.
Yeah. Why not?
Right.
Gotta get a little scenario going.
Yeah.
That's cool. What else do you want to talk about? Talk about anything else? How you get started? I didn't hear the whole story that Dave told you. The whole story. Do you have a musical background?
Oh, about how? No, not really.
Not really.
Not really. So, all right, you want to hear? We have time. I'll tell you.
Sure,
I'll tell you a funny story. Okay. So I follow this band called the Slambovians, the Grand Slambovians. Have you ever heard of them?
I think I have.
They used to be called Gandalf Murphy and the Slambovian Circus of Dreams.
Okay.
Well, back in 2001, I went to like every show they had, and I fell in love with them.
Yep.
And they literally changed my life.
What kind of thing? Rock and roll band?
Really good question. They used to be hard rock, and then they disbanded. They were going to go to China and be in the Olympics, be the band for the opening ceremony for the Chinese Olympics. Whoa. They were that good.
That's crazy.
But then
they're from around here?
New York.
Oh, okay.
West Virginia, Philadelphia.
Okay.
LA.
Yeah.
But anyway, they disbanded and they regrouped and they came back as a folk band.
Okay.
They started following the folk circuit, but they're really not a folk band.
Right.
They mostly do rock. They do Americana.
Sure.
They do punk, hillbilly, Floyd. They cross genres, but they're very lively. They're upbeat. They're fun. They're prophetic. And if you listen to their words are extremely deep and uplifting and encouraging. They believe in this land of Slambovia, where everything is good, all your dreams come true, everybody is strong and powerful and has confidence, and we can change the world.
Wow.
And we can change the world. We have the power within us to change the world.
Sure.
We just don't think we do.
Right.
So that's Slambovia. So that's what I try to emulate, and that's where I like to live, is Slambovia, where I'm happy and everything is good.
Right.
So anyway, in 2003, my daughter was in high school, and she said, and they were coming to the Buttonwood Tree. The duo was going to the Buttonwood Tree, and I saw that. And this was before I had anything to do with the Buttonwood Tree. That was going to be my
next question. Okay.
Yeah, I had nothing to do with them.
Did you even know what it was?
I did know what it was.
Okay.
But like I said, at that time, we didn't really go out much. We were home with the kids.
Right. But you're this band that you like is now.
The duo was playing there, and my daughter said, "You should bring them to the high school." I was like, "What? Like me bring them to the high school?" But at the time, I was going through this program called the Parent Leadership Training Institute. It was a 9-month program here in Middletown that taught parents how to get things done, especially like with the school or with government, like how to talk to officials, how to write grants.
Okay.
That's where I learned that. And so it kind of empowered me, and the band empowered me because they just are very empowering. Sure. And anyway, I said, okay, I'll try. So I reached out to the band. I said, I'd like you to go to the high school. I talked to Marco Gaylord, who was at the high school in charge of all the music programs, and he said, sure, bring him in.
It's like an assembly.
So, exactly. So I got the duo plus Tink, who is a multi-instrumentalist and the wife of the lead singer, to come. So I got 3 people to come to the high school. We had 300 students, plus all the teachers, and I did surveys.
And this was
loved it.
What city? Where?
Middletown.
In Middletown. Okay.
It was, So
the
anyway,
Slambovian assembly.
It was, and it was fabulous. The kids loved it, and the one
were they down with it?
Did
they ever do anything like that before? Or they were just like, no, we can do this. We'll explain Slambovia.
They didn't really do a lot at the time to schools, but since then they went on to do more.
See, you started something.
That's right. So at the time, the kids said, we want you to bring them back with the drummer. So I was like, well, that makes sense. I don't know how I could do that, but you kind of put it in your head as a goal, right?
Sure.
Even though you're not actively working on it, still up there as a goal, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, did that. That's 2003. So now time passes, life goes on.
Sure.
And all of a sudden it's 2007 and I've retired from my food business. I've retired from dental hygiene. I go out volunteering for these different places.
Sure.
And I see the ad for the grant writer. I do that. 3 months later, I'm on the board. 9 months later, I'm like, I need to get a job. So, God, I don't know what job to do. I can't really do anything.
Sure,
I'm
sure.
not really qualified, but I just want to help people.
Sure.
And so I go to Hawaii to visit my other daughter at the time, and I get a job offer out there running a food cart. It was like, ooh, that would be really cool. But
Hey.
I don't want to move to Hawaii.
No?
No.
Yeah, I hear it sucks. I hear it's terrible. Hawaii is awful.
It
Don't
was
go there.
beautiful, but family's more important to me, and so I couldn't move. So
Sure.
anyway, I came back, and the next board meeting we had, the person who was going to take over for our executive director couldn't do it, and our executive director was stepping down to have a baby, so we were going to close the place.
Oh.
And I was like, no.
No.
And my gut was just saying, this is your new job. This is your new job. So I took the job. So anyway, a couple of years pass, and I'm actually at Wesleyan at a radio album kind of fair.
Sure.
And the man who leads the community health center came up to me, and we're friendly, and he said, listen, I'm thinking of doing a 40th anniversary special on New Year's Eve. Would you help me do it? And I'm like, okay, I'll help. He's like, okay. So the community health center put on this giant event called Midnight on Main.
Oh, boy.
Remember?
It
was like 36 venues up and down Main Street. It involved every single department the city had. And I was on the programming committee, and I suggested they bring back the
Slambovians.
And they did.
Did they have a drummer?
So they did.
Hey, see?
And they performed at my church. And then she brought me up on stage. I got to sing a song with her.
Hey.
So for 2 years, they did the event 2 years in a row. The Slambovians came to Middletown. And now I'm kind of getting the bug to do it again. So I'm going to bring them back to the
That's
Middletown.
cool. So they're still around.
They are. And now they go to the UK, and they have crowds of 30,000. 30,000 people. 30,000 people. And they were named like the best band.
Wow.
I'm telling you, they're
So
fabulous.
they're still doing it.
Yeah, they are.
Wow.
They're kicking it. Yep.
That's cool.
Yep.
So you got Slambovians on speed dial. You're like, boom. Wow. Hey, yeah, I could do that. Here, hold on. Boom.
Yeah.
You're like, yo, time to Slambovie it. Is that what they do? Do they Slambovie it? Slambovie
They
it?
slam it. They slam it. I don't know. I don't know, but they rock it. They rock it good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And the kids liked it.
You know, that's the thing is they appeal to people of all ages.
I have to check it out.
Yeah, slambovia.com. Yep. If I had my druthers, I'd turn like the Buttonwood Tree into a little Slambovia, because it's all about joy and music and empowerment.
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with that? You know, like if everybody was a Slambovian, the world would be at peace and joyful, and it would just be great.
Far out.
Yeah, that's what I want. That's my dream.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good dream. You get with that.
Yeah.
Slambovians.
Yep.
Yeah, I got to check that out. I've heard of it, but I don't know much more about it.
Well, I highly suggest you go to a live show.
Okay.
Live shows are just way better than the CDs.
All right,
Because he'll talk to you a little bit. If you're lucky, he'll talk to you a little bit. And
does he speak English? Or Slambovian?
Yes, he speaks English. Josiah is he's quite self-deprecating, but he's really brilliant, and he's a great channeler from the other side, because songs just come down to him from the other side.
Slambovia Circus of Dreams tour dates.
He's looking this up.
Find out where they're at.
Yes. So November 5th, I'll be going to see them in Newtown.
Hey.
Yep. And they perform in New York a lot. And
okay, yeah. The
and
Grand
like I said,
Slambovian Halloween Ball.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, there they are
It's
in
a lot of fun.
Newtown.
They're very cinematic. You know, they
Wow, I'll have to check this out.
they look pretty cool. They make great coffee.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep. Although they kind of put the coffee on hold for a while.
They had Slambovian coffee.
Mm-hmm. It was really good. We used to serve it at the Buttonwood Tree.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. So you're trying to you're tying this all in, tying everything in.
Yep. I would like them to come back to the Buttonwood Tree. Well, they're not going to. They can't come back to the Buttonwood Tree because they're just too big.
They're too big now.
They're too big to come to the Buttonwood Tree. But I would like the Buttonwood Tree to host them in Middletown somewhere. I just have to find the right venue and the right everything, you know. And it takes. Yeah, we could do yeah. They'd be happy to do a podcast. They do a lot of things.
Really? Get them
Yeah.
up in here.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he's amazing.
Yeah, I gotta
he's
check this
written
out.
music for Aesop's Fables for children. The stuff that he's done is just amazing.
Huh.
Amazing. Have you ever seen the movie V for Vendetta?
No.
No. You guys seen that movie? No. Okay, never mind. But he
All
was. They did a mold of his face.
Oh wow.
That was the mask
Oh wow.
that was used in that movie.
Wow.
I don't. It's
kinda
totally
cool.
irrelevant, but.
No, not really. that's cool. Wow,
So-
a whole
so
new thing.
What's your history
gotta
with
get into it.
music?
Oh God, who cares?
I'm sure all your listeners care.
Yeah, but they've heard it all.
All right.
I don't know. Rock and roll drummer, on the road. I guess you would say regionally for, I don't know how long, 30 years, 20, 30 years. Burnt out, crash landed, and here I am. Pretty much.
Been here 25.
What?
Wow.
Been here 25.
Yeah, I've been here 25. Yeah, I'm just a drummer in a lot of different scenarios over the years, and yeah, I don't know. I'm still recovering, I think, from most of it. I think.
Do you have any musical endeavors in your dreams or goals?
Oh my God, always. I mean, I don't know. You know, kinda. I mean, I don't know. I get on these weird trips. I'm learning to play mountain dulcimer. This is my new thing.
Yeah. We've had dulcimers at Buttonwood Tree many
Hey,
times.
see what I'm saying? I got to hook up with those people.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like, I'm doing it myself. I need a little bit. I need a little bit of help. Like I'm getting there, but I'm starting. You know,
You should come to Bob Gotta's open mic because there are
really?
some guys that come regularly who play the dulcimer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd like to. I
They
gotta
could
hook
show you some
up. With,
pointers.
yeah.
Yeah.
I need a little bit of a boost. Hey, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I get I get on these trips. I'm on this trip now. It's making me nuts. So I don't know if this is interesting at all, but you asked, so I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
So I'm like a music fiend. Like I play music because I have talent at it, but I almost don't care. What my original thing is, I just love music. I love listening to music. I love all kinds of music. I just whatever. And I've been getting into this thing lately where I go on vinyl record hunts. You know, I'll just go to the thrift store or a couple of record stores, and I just kind of blind buy. You know, I'll just something that looks like it might be vaguely interesting, and I end up with piles of vinyl. I have some guidelines, certain labels I'm looking for, or like this period from like 1958 to 1962 when everything was hi-fi. Like if you look at a record and it tells you the microphones that were used, you want to get that one.
Wow.
Because they're into not so much the content, but how well it was recorded. And for that period, that's kind of stuff I like. But anyway, I'll buy a pile of records, and then I will just do needle drops where I'll just go boonk, and if I don't like it within 8 seconds, I go to the next track. And if I like it, I make a note, and then I will go through a pile of records and just pick out what I like, put it all together, and try and figure out what they have in common and why I like them. I don't know, and I can't.
Wow, that's cool.
It'll go from sea shanty to heavy metal. Doesn't make any sense at all, and I never know what's going to appeal to me and what isn't. I don't have any. I just completely go, what does this do? And then later, I'll put them together in a certain order, just subliminally. I'll just go kind of knit this stuff together, and then it'll be months later. I'll listen to it and go, oh, so that's what was going on with you.
Wow.
You know, like I kind of use it to communicate.
Almost like therapy.
It's some kind of therapy.
Wow.
That's kind of what I like to do.
That's great.
It's very weird, but
it's different. Doesn't necessarily mean it's weird. It's just different, but it's good.
It's an
good.
identity,
cool.
an identity that's created out of all these pieces.
Yeah.
That is a part of me that I don't recognize, but I can create it out of this patchwork and then just go, yeah, what is that all about? And it's kind of I dig doing that. That's what I do in my spare time.
That's great.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
Sounds a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I mean,
fun.
I do all kinds of music too, but lately I've been doing the vinyl thing. And then there's a website where I can create the mixes and then just upload them, and like 12 people will listen to them. That's it. And I don't care. And I suddenly realized, it's like, spend a lot of time on this stuff and get really into it and want to share it. Nobody cares. And I just go, well, this is like gardening in a way. Like this is what people do. They get really into something and they're really into the detail and they do the thing and really only they care and maybe another couple of people. Because sometimes I'm like, how weird is that? And I go, no, man, guys golf all the time. They're totally into it. Nobody cares, So I guess that's what I like to do. It's one of my things.
That's neat. Thank you for sharing that.
Hey,
that's great.
And
it's
then,
for you,
Yeah.
It's
No,
for you.
I like it. I like it a lot. And also, and then I'll stop talking about it. But I'm on this trip lately, it's really interesting. So I'll go to the folk. I like a lot of stuff, but I like folk music of certain kinds. And I'll go to the rack and I'll go through the folk, and because I'm into dulcimer, I find all these local, like there's a really good record store, Red Scroll in Wallingford, little shout out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll look for dulcimer records, and they're always regional. It's just some dude, and it's like some little label, and it came out in 1975 or 77, and there's only 1,000 of these floating around. You could pick them up for $3, and this is just this guy running through his repertoire, recorded nicely, and I'll go home and listen to it and try and figure out tunes. And then what I've been doing lately is, you look at these people and you go, okay, so this record was made in 1975. Look at this dude. Then you look them up on the internet. A lot of them, they're still doing it. They're alive. They make dulcimers, or they have,
Right.
So I've been reaching out to these dudes. Hey, man.
Oh, cool.
And some of them I hear back, some I don't. But there was one record I found recently. I mean, it blew my mind. Like it changed my life. I was like, oh my God, this is so beautiful. I don't know if he's alive. I couldn't figure it out. He had a showroom for a while. 2016 is when he stopped showing up. But I messaged him and I just said, hey, I'm just nobody, but I found your album that you made in 1975 and it's beautiful. It's been changing my life lately. Yeah. And who knows? Maybe he'll receive the message or not. But it just, because you just think, like you create something and you have no idea.
That's right. I mean, all these things that you're creating, who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
Somebody might pick it up and go, wow, this is so meaningful to me. You have no idea. So I think it's great that you're sharing it.
Well, thanks. Yeah, you got to put it out there.
Yeah.
And I just great. I just try to create order pull all these pieces together and kind of try to create some kind of order. I found a cool record lately. This is kind of funny because I have a friend of mine who's into fife and drum, like ancient, and I was going through the racks and I found a record that was of old fife and drum corps from South Glastonbury. Like this is a local record.
Yeah.
And I'm like, who are these people? And I look and I found a chat group and someone says, oh, I have that record. And people are like, you have a record? So I got on the chat group and I said, listen, I'm going to make a nice copy. I'm going to rip this and put it somewhere because oh man, my dad was in that. I would love to. Yeah. I got one. Yeah. I got it for $3 and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to make a digital file of this and put it up. So
that's great.
These people are, wanting to hear something that their family did or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, see what you get for asking me one question?
That's
I just used up the whole thing.
No, that's great.
But that's what I like to do. I would love to hear some folk music down there. I like anything.
Well,
like
come
that.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah,
come tomorrow night.
Friday, I got to work. But
well, it's from 8 to 10. You're going to be busy that whole time?
8. Don't even get. Yes, I will actually.
Because you can always come in late. I tell people, if you.
Well, I'm going to keep an eye on the schedule. I'm going to keep an eye.
Yeah, we've got lots of great. This calendar has not only October, but at the bottom it's got November's.
Right.
So you can see November's down at the bottom.
I need to meet some folk people. I do. I need to get it straight.
Yep.
Okay. Lavender Social Club. Oh, Ken
They're
Serio.
young.
I know who that is. Oh, Jed Klobowski. I know Jed.
Yeah,
Bass
Jed's
player.
awesome guy. And Sinan is amazing on guitar.
Cool.
Yep.
Bobo. Is that the Bobo?
That is the Bobo.
The bass player Bobo.
Yes,
I know Bobo.
Yes,
I played gigs
yes. Bobo's coming in. They're going to do a really special show that night.
Hey, that's cool.
3 hours. They're going to do improvised music like in 2 sets, just like pshoom, straight through.
I believe that.
Hour and 15.
I've heard Bobo improvise on songs that had parts to them. I'm kidding. That's a joke. I don't even remember. It's been a long time.
No, but he's amazing.
Oh yeah, no, Bobo's for real.
He's definitely for real.
Wow.
So, yeah, a lot of different things. You got to check our schedule out at
Yeah.
buttonwood.org.
Yeah.
And
No,
see what's going on. Email us. Be on the email list. We send out one a week so you can find out what's happening. You should be on our email list.
I will. I am now.
Yes.
I will.
Good,
yeah,
good,
I got to get involved in it.
Because it's a lot of great stuff. And people connect at the Buttonwood Tree. So
That's what I'm saying. I need the folk
you need
people.
to connect with other people, connect
Yeah.
with, people. We've had 15 marriages come out of the Buttonwood Tree, people meeting at the Buttonwood Tree, including my own.
Hey,
So
that's exciting.
yeah, we met at Laughter Yoga, and we're still doing Laughter Yoga together.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you never know.
You never know.
You never know who you're going to meet.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, in fact, at one of the Sissy Castro Giovanni shows, I had invited our bookkeeper, and she went there, and lo and behold, her cousin was there that she hadn't seen in like 6 years.
Yeah. Here they are.
There
Yeah.
they are.
Hey, hey, that's cool.
It's crazy.
Community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One time, these people sat down in the front row and they started laughing and everything. Turns out they had gone to high school together, hadn't seen each other since high school, and sat down next to each
See
other.
what I'm saying?
It's
And they're
crazy.
like, "You like the Slambo?" Well, the Slambo. Yeah, you find out. Wow. That's
Yeah.
wild.
Yep.
I got a couple of questions.
Sure.
Just to not kind of wrap it up or whatever, things that I find interesting. I have no idea. Do you have Desert Island albums? Did Dave ask you these questions? Did he steal my questions?
No.
Okay. These are questions I think are interesting, or that might fill in some blanks.
Okay.
Do you know what that means? Desert Island album? Like, if you were stranded on a desert island for the rest of your days,
right.
a handful of records that you could listen to over and over to keep you entertained.
Right. Probably.
Slambovian.
Yeah, probably one of the Slambovian
Sure.
albums.
I got to get into that.
I'd probably do the greatest hits, but there's so much of their music that I love.
I'm going to get into it.
It's hard to find just
I'm looking
one
forward
song.
to it. Yeah.
So probably a Slambovian album.
Sure. That's it?
Probably.
Wow. Yeah. Wow, that's a pretty hearty endorsement.
I love a lot of different kinds of music as well, but I don't love any of it as much as I love the Slambovians. Although for live performances, Michael Cleary Band was a good second.
Okay.
I loved going to Michael
can't
Cleary
argue.
bands. Those are fun.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. What? He was here. Yeah, no, he's going to be here again too. He's on the list. I got him. We got to get him up here again. Yeah. His was his show. I had him on pretty early, and that was the I mean, no disrespect to anyone before that, but that was the first show that it was loose enough that I was like, oh, okay, now I see what this is supposed to be, because he was so cool. It was like, okay, this is he was like that was a turning point.
Nice.
Yeah. So I got to get him back. Desert Island food. What do you eat that you go, I'd be fine with this every day? Is there any particular thing?
Well, I'm very practical in a lot of senses, so I would probably say the sweet potato.
Oh, really? Okay.
You can live off sweet potatoes.
Right. So you're just, yeah.
And I love sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
But otherwise, probably blueberry pancakes.
Wow.
I love blueberry pancakes.
Wow.
Yeah.
From where? Is there a place? Where? Where'd you get that, Jones?
Well, I used to go over to Eggs Up, but then COVID hit, and so I don't go there very much anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
Maple Grove.
Sure.
So I'm gluten-free.
Okay.
I don't do wheat. So Maple Grove makes a boxed pancake mix, and then I throw in some blueberries, and it's just like,
so that's your thing.
Love it.
How'd you ever get into that? You're a kid.
I went to.
Oh, really? It started there.
And they were like, oh, these are really good blueberry pancakes. Wow, this is really good.
You never had them before then?
I had blueberry pancakes, but after I went gluten-free, I didn't really do a whole lot of pancakes.
Sure.
And I did, sometimes if you go through that desert period, then when you come out of it, you really appreciate the things that you missed.
Oh, hell yeah.
So,
Yeah.
maybe that's why I love blueberry pancakes so much. I don't know.
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
But I love to cook. I'm a
Oh, yeah?
pretty decent cook, and I love to cook. So, yeah.
Wow, okay.
I have 2 brothers in the restaurant business.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
You want to give them a shout out?
Yeah. So one brother runs Applebee's restaurant. He just moved to Utah, so I don't even know where he's at exactly. But my other one runs a pretty famous diner in Leavenworth, Washington.
Wow.
And it's called the 59er Diner.
Okay.
And it's a 59ER diner. He's been on Guy Fieri's show a couple of times.
Hey.
Joe Cannata from 59er Diner. Hey.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
So it's a pretty cool little place. And if you ever go there and you say, hey, Joe, I know your sister Anne-Marie. He'll treat you like a king.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's really cool.
Yeah, so I do love to cook.
Hey, that's cool. Yeah. Is there a particular? Well, see, I know what the answer is going to be, but a live show that you saw in your life that changed your life, a Slambovian show, right? Or
a live show that changed my life.
Yeah, that you were like, oh, everything makes sense now.
I don't know if there was ever one particular show like that, but I can remember being at a symphony once, and I don't go to a lot of symphonies, but I was at this symphony once, and I was like, I was just like heaven. I think I was at the Bushnell or some pretty big place, and I just loved it. I just loved the symphony. It was just gorgeous. I mean, there's some moments that I remember. Yeah. Like I remember Ian Anderson of Jethro Tull dancing around the stage with his flute. Like that's just a memory that I had. I was like, oh my goodness, the talent in this guy was just crazy.
How did you get dragged to your first Slambovian show? How'd that happen?
A friend of ours took us down to a little tiny place. I don't even remember the name of the place, but it was a little tiny place like in Guilford.
Okay.
And
it's like, you got to check this out.
Yeah. And it blew
your mind.
Probably like 12 people there in the room.
Wow.
And they are phenomenal musicians. I mean, top.
I'll have to check it out. I can't wait.
Musicians.
Yeah, I'm going to check it out.
And it just blew me away. And then how personable they are. And how different. They think outside the box. They're like leading edge. They're leading edge people.
Yeah, that's cool.
And so I just fell in love with them.
That's great.
And I've been a Slambovian ever since.
Wow. Is that what you call it?
Yeah.
If you're a fan, you're
a Slambovian.
The Slambovian Federation of the Federation of Slambovian.
Yeah, we're the Slambovian tribe.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, that's cool.
Yep.
That's cool. All right. Well, you have anything else you want to, we talked about what's coming up.
Yeah. So one thing I want to say is, have you driven by the Buttonwood Tree and looked at the outside of the Buttonwood Tree? Have you noticed
Not lately.
all the instruments out front?
Not lately. I have to be honest.
Well, there's a lot of instruments out there.
Okay.
And there is a man and a woman made out of instruments, which my husband has created.
Oh.
And this has, because of the Buttonwood Tree, it sort of has birthed a whole new career path or hobby path for him.
Yeah. And
he's creating structures out of instruments that vibrate when you play a Tibetan bowl on them. And so he's creating vibrational awareness chambers.
Oh.
We took it to the Goshen Fair recently. The Goshen Fair grounds, Black Bear Music Festival, which happens to be a great music festival.
Yeah.
And he created this chamber. It's like 5 feet wide and about maybe 6 feet high. Yeah. And he has places for 12 different Tibetan bowls. And you go and you play the Tibetan bowls and you can feel the vibration coming through the chamber. And it's really, really cool.
Wow, I have to check it out.
So look for that in the future. Yeah,
wow.
We're going to be
that's kind of cool.
Doing more with that. Yeah.
Wow.
And so if you're ever walking by or drive by the Buttonwood Tree, check out the instrument man and the instrument lady. It's pretty cool.
Will do. Yeah.
So lots of creative things have been born out of the Buttonwood Tree. It's just it's a really cool
great.
Space.
I mean, that's the whole point, right?
Right. Give people a platform for them to be creative.
Yeah.
So.
All right, cool. Laughter yoga, when?
Yes, Mondays, 5:15, both on Zoom and in person at the Buttonwood Tree.
Okay.
come laugh with us.
Yeah, maybe I will. You know, you never know.
You never know. You got to try it. You
Yeah.
know, you got to try it. It's not, it's, you know, people think, oh, I know how to laugh. It's no, I don't need that. But
Yeah, right.
can you laugh when you're really frustrated? When your computer is going, shoop, 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 shoop,
Yeah,
shoop,
right,
shoop,
right,
shoop,
sure.
shoop, you know, like, or when somebody cuts you off in traffic, you know, like, can you laugh then? Or when you drop your favorite dish, can you laugh then? No.
Sure.
So laughter helps you get out of those negative states into a more positive vibrational state, because we're all vibrational. You know you're vibrational, right?
Sure.
Yeah. So, but we forget about it. We don't think about it.
Right.
So it helps you to be more
Did anyone ever
aware.
pee themselves? Sorry, I'm not trying to.
Probably.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Probably.
Like,
yes. Yes.
you know, can you imagine?
Yes.
Go to the.
Yes. The last session, we were all like,
Oh boy, that might be a danger. That might be dangerous. You know what I mean? Not for the incontinent. Sorry, no disrespect.
maybe
Laughter
we should hand
yoga.
out pads.
Yeah, yeah.
before we
You know.
Here we go.
How about that? How about that? Urination yoga, laughter. That'll be a new thing. Take it all the way to urination and beyond. How about that? Sorry, I'm not. I shouldn't. It's not. It's well. I guess it is funny. I'm not trying to.
It's funny.
Just trying to riff like an idiot because that's what I do. All right. Well, hey, I appreciate you coming. It was cool. It was
My pleasure.
nice
it
to
was
meet
fun.
you.
It was fun. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, I don't know what I was. Who knows? Last time I haven't missed too many of these, but I was somewhere. I'm
sure you were.
You know what I mean?
Very
Nowhere important. All right. I don't want to get your name wrong. I'm sorry. I just want to make sure I get this right because it's important. It's important. Anne-Marie Cannata McEwen.
Perfect.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Hey, do what we do in laughter yoga, like this. So, did you know that we've got over 3,000 neural sensories in sensory neurons in our fingertips.
Sure.
So when you clap like that, you stimulate them. It activates the brain.
I see.
And raising your hands above your head makes you feel better. Just doing that.
Wow.
So in laughter yoga, between laughter yoga exercises, we go very good, very good, yay!
I see.
Very good, very good.
Gotcha.
Yay.
Wow.
So we do that a lot of times at the Buttonwood Tree when we do good things. We just do that.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Feels good.
Yeah.
Do things that feel good.
Why not?
Right, Dave?
Right.
Yeah.
Do things that feel good.
Yeah. I'm gonna press the button. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Don't be scared.
Okay.
All right. Anne-Marie Cannata McEwen.
You
Right?
got it. You got
Hey,
it.
I'm getting good.
You got it.
Getting good at it. All right. Thank you. We're here on a Thursday.
Thank you.
We're at the records. Oh yeah, this is awesome. Yeah, Cruise by the Buttonwood. Check out I gotta check that out.
Check it out.
I will.
Check it out.
I will. John Peckman Podcast, Connecticut Valley School of Music and Dance. Come over to the bridge, go through one set light, start looking left, like and subscribe if you're on YouTube. And thanks for listening. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And I will see you next time, kids. Drive safe. Thanks. That is all.
If you'd like to start your own podcast, give us a call at Connecticut Valley School of Music and Dance. Our professionally designed podcast space is here for all your recording needs. Rent out our studio to do interviews with up to 4 people, to record audiobooks, social media content, and all other recorded material. Our rentals include a private studio along with our professional-grade podcasting equipment, and we can customize your output to whatever your needs are. We also have green screen capabilities, which will expand to video capability if you so wish. So check us out here at convalley.net/podcast.